play Spotify.
Here's Spotify.
No, I won't touch it because I'm not an idiot. Clearly you are. The good news is if this doesn't work, remelting this will take 5 minutes. Damn it. Didn't fill all the way to the bottom. What's that, 5? 6? It'll be worth it once I figure all the kinks out of this. All right, let's see. Come on, there we go. I'd be so mad if like the handle didn't come out right or something stupid. Well, survived a drop, so that's good. There we go. Finally worked. I do have concerns with the handle though, because it is very, very thin compared to everything else, so. Just take a look. It's one of those things that if there's even the smallest crack that formed, or slightest void along the handle, the whole thing's shot. But that looks good. Yep, Moljnir. So now for some cleanup. This probably, honestly, should be cast from sterling, or at least 90% silver. I don't have enough 90% scrap on hand, otherwise I'd do it again. Hey Nebraska, I don't think I'm on any Coin Ring Facebook groups. I tried to join, I think it was like Coin Crafters or Coin Ring Crafters or something, but they kept kicking back my application, so I finally said fuck it. Let's get on over here, we get some. Yeah, my name's Chris. Maybe there's a group out there that finally let me in and forgot to notify me. I do post my silver pours. Could it have been one of the pour groups? Yep, I was waiting for that. Well, keep watching, keep asking questions. I'll teach you what I know, which is all trial and error, so may not always be the right way or the traditional way. gas that I use is MAP gas. For this last pour though, MAP gas wasn't cutting it, so we switched over to the furnace. Just swapping out my blade real quick and we'll get right back to it. Flip around and go from the other end. Sometimes a little chunk of the blade gets stuck in the area that you're cutting, and that's what it felt like. The teeth weren't catching on anything, it was just smooth. Binding on this. It's really weird. think I'll spin that over the bulber. It's gonna take forever. Yeah, I don't really take orders on my page. I don't know if that's like diva behavior or high maintenance, but I'm just warning everybody now. Put some crap like that in the chat, you're gonna get blocked. If I see it. Might be able to get away with it for a minute. I guess I don't really need the microscope for this. I'll probably get a better view if I have it out in the open. There we go. I'll zoom you in so you can see what's happening. For those asking, yeah, these are going to be for sale. This is the first one, so I'm kind of working out all the little details and figuring out what needs to happen to effectively mass produce these. This one, for example, has taken the better part of the morning just to figure out that I need to use the furnace. I need to heat the mold the entire time the furnace is going for basically 45 minutes. So the next one should be a lot easier. And then, of course, at this point, figuring out the fastest way to get the flashing off, which I think we've kind of got it. This little Dremel bit is working out very nicely. Sorry you don't get the microscope view, but you don't have that kind. If you've ever wondered why the poured pieces can be so expensive, it's because some of them require a lot of cleanup. Alright, got a lot of the rough high spots done. Let's flip it around and see what the rest looks like. Okay, so that top part, need to work on that a little bit. Handle looks good. Alright, so this is where we're at right now. I'm going to be doing a lot more work. I'm going to take a ball burr and I'm going to go in and rough up all these faces. Maybe not the big ones because that's going to take forever, but all these little rectangular faces, I'm going to carve into them and make it look like kind of like a sparkly. I mean, it's hard to describe. You know what? You're just going to have to watch. It's alright, it's Saturday. You're not doing anything anyway. You get some pegs up so you can hold it in place. Well, those aren't even the right size. I'm just going to hold it in place like that. What I do with everything. So, I don't know how many of you have seen ball burrs before, but they're pretty cool. I use them a lot in stone setting, but the smallest of them, I can do very fine detail work. I don't use the smallest one for stone setting because it's just too small for any stones that I would bother with. But for something like this, it's perfect. It's almost like an engraving bit. All right, can you guys see? There we go. All right, I don't know if you guys could see the difference there now between that facet and that one. So let's keep going. It's especially helpful in areas like this where there's a lot of graphite left over from the process. Cleaning these up is going to make it so much smoother or uniform anyway. Let's see what we got. See if it's worth doing to the rest. So these little areas compared to those flat areas. I know on camera it's hard to see and it almost doesn't make a difference on camera, but in person it's worth it even if I just do those 3. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, let's talk about weight. Let's see how much this one weighs and we'll talk about costs. This one weighs in at 195 grams or 6.2 troy ounces. So this one would be, because it's so heavy, I'm gonna price it at the troy ounce weight price. So this would be about $2.50. Typically these are $1.50 a gram. So at 195 grams, thanks baby. Let's see, 195 grams times 150. It'd be $2.92 if I priced it per gram. All right, so where was I? I did these areas, so let's do the other side now. Sorry guys, I gotta move away from the camera to get a clear picture of this side. Okay, let's see if I can move back this way. Let's go with that with microscope view. Okay, there we go. Little rough texture there. This is gonna go in the tumbler, and all of this is gonna be polished out smooth, and I'm hoping that rough texture stays rough. How to buy? Yeah, you're gonna have to shoot me a message about this one because it's not on the website, and it probably won't be because it's licensed. So on the website, you can message me about it. That'll be the easiest way. And then I think the Iron Man and the Batman from the other day are still available as well, if anybody's interested in those. I'll give you all a view of that. Man, I missed a lot of stuff. Sorry, everybody, I was focused. If there are any questions that I didn't answer, now that that's done, we can go over other things. So 195, and then let's make sure. I want to be transparent about what it is. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Thanks, Bob. You guys are too kind. Sweet. Appreciate it. So this one's going to be hard to verify on these verifiers because it's so thick, but you can see that it does jump into the brackets when it gets a good reading. It doesn't have quite enough mass to cover that circle. But we did start with 999 pure. Let's see if it'll get a good reading on 999. There we go. And the same goes for Batman and Iron Man here. Once you get a a good reading, you know, you're good. The backs are irregular, and so that's kind of what's causing that jumping around. You see there's the indent from the stamp. That's enough to throw everything off. There we go. The testers are expensive. From my understanding now, if you can find them, they are about $1,000, and that's used. I don't think there's a good source for them brand new. The website that typically sells them, the company, has been backstocked for quite some time. When they do come back in stock, they're about $900 new. I don't know if, you know, I don't know. Should we antique the hammer? I definitely want to throw it in the tumbler first. Yeah, chem tests are just as reliable. Assuming you get a good read, you know, that you're like somewhere if you have to drill into it. My only concern is that it might not survive the tumbler, to be honest. That handle is, right now I got it straight, but for a while it was pretty wonky. I think it'll be all right. Ooh, just the handle first. That's a good idea. Spin it like that. I don't have a lanyard, so I can't really like spin it like that. Doesn't really make a great top, so. All right, let's get it into the tumbler real quick. This should only need about 15 minutes, and I have to make a 44 walker. So while the 44 is being made, this will get tumbled and polished along with the stacker I made earlier. This one's all done. And then I have a fresh gummy bear that needs to be polished as well. I think that's everything that needs to go in, so yeah. I was wondering, I have an order for an 1898 Morgan. The customer said he might be on and want to watch. I was hoping he'd pop in and let me know he was here so I could make that ring, but since we haven't seen him, I'll just move on. Tumble, all right. That one will be about $250. Yeah, we're doing that one by the ounce. It's a little over six ounces. Andy, you are here. Okay, cool. So we're gonna forego the. This is the walker I was gonna do. I can do this later since Andy's here. Let's go ahead and get that done. Now, Andy, I offered you an 1889, but honestly, I have a lot to choose from if you have a different year that you prefer. So let me know, because this is the one I was thinking for your ring. A lot of good details. It has been cleaned before, so it's a perfect candidate. It's a coal coin, but it has, you know, the hair, the Liberty, everything looks good on it, but I have 1883, 1879, 1887, 88, 96, 91, 82. Oh, no 82. Sorry, that's a piece dollar. And 1884. That looks great. Okay, let's do it. Let me go grab your shipping label so I have the information for your ring. All right. So we're doing a size 10 antiqued and rounded. Step 1, let's light it on fire. When's the next giveaway? I don't know. Maybe 15K? Now, Andy, I want to verify you want the year out on this one, right? Perfect. Looking nice and centered. There's our center punch. That came out nice and clean. So let's start making our cone shape. You're going down. Always start with our steel cone. Really need to get a bigger one of these. This is left over from when I very first started. I didn't know what I was ordering, so I just ordered a starter cone. Now they make them this size, but steel. Completed our cone. I'm going to heat it up and quench it one more time, and then we're going to wrap it, and we're going to start reducing it into a ring shape. Start with a new roll of tape, get them all out. Gonna need about 20 turns. I just quench in just plain water. Okay. Starting our first, which is also the biggest Swedish wrap die. And it's just this is gonna compress the tape until we get to just about the bottom. Then it's really gonna start compressing the ring itself. So like that was all just tape. That's ring. Now we're actually reducing the size of the ring. Looks good. Okay, so the tape did its job. It compressed into a very smooth, slick, protective barrier. There we go. Gonna heat, quench, and then we're gonna do one full press, flip, one full press. I'm heating right now with MAP gas, which I gotta caution isn't probably the best thing to do. Propane is better. MAP gas can overheat the coin and cause bubbling. I'm glad you're having fun, Andy. I prefer making bespoke jewelry, so it's always nice when I'm making it for somebody specific with specifications, and it's pretty cool to have them watch. I have tons of rings just sitting over there that I made for nobody in particular, and it feels that way. All right, so I get my tools all over Amazon, Etsy, from the makers themselves directly. Now I gotta go back up to the bigger die because I need to compress the tape. So that's all I'm doing there is just compressing, not actually doing anything to the ring itself. Now that the tape is compressed again, it'll fit into the correct die. So yeah, it just kind of depends on what tool I need and who has it. I try to go to the makers directly, like Legacy Tools, for example. They made my Swedish wrap dies. So I get stuff from them. CRT made my folding dies. Not really familiar with them, but it's what I bought when I started because that's what I needed. Legacy does all of my Delrin push rods. As far as the question of what I'm making a Morgan silver dollar into a coin ring. Alright, so we pressed it as far as it would go this way with our push rod, right? And we still have a cone shape, so we're going to go this way. It's an actual 1889, I think, Morgan silver dollar. So we're going to go this way, and it's going to be straight walled at that point, somewhat. I'm going to try just a little bit more. Can't usually push them that much further anyway, so that should be good. All right, let's unwrap and see where we're at. I would say they do, yeah. Yeah, they're perfect for rings, but I still get those that like to give me a hard time because I'm destroying history and federal property and blah, blah, blah. All right, so before we proceed to our next step, because Andy wants us to have a rounded profile, I need to clean out the inner edge here, and then we'll take a measurement on size and see where we're at. This is just a basic deburring tool from Amazon, nothing special. Does a great job of getting rid of that lip on the inside though. So we're currently at a 12 and a quarter, which is good because we need to go down 2 sizes. And that's what's going to happen when we do the rounding of the profile. What would happen to a silver round if it was colored like the Superman piece? Well, we kind of did that yesterday. We did that with the Morgan ring. Ninja, were you here for that? Yeah, you were here for that, right? So this is what happens when we gold plate a Morgan silver dollar ring and then antique it. There's a lot of blues, purples, and greens in this reed. I polished that out and I left the inside blue. In fact, I'm gonna keep wearing it because I didn't get any blue rubbing off on me, and I kind of want to see if that'll happen, because if it does rub off, I've got to, do something to that. But yeah, that came out really cool. Okay, so this is the nerve-wracking part. This has to fold in on itself essentially, and it's got to do it uniformly, otherwise I have to fix it, which isn't a big deal, but I prefer to not have to fix things. I'm lazy. All right. So center everything right. Press there, flip. Press there. And let's check the size. We might have to keep going. I'm expecting that we'll have to keep going. Yeah, we're at about 10 and a half. I kind of want to bring it down to like a 9 3/4 in order to shave off some of the ridge that we're creating. There we are. We got some weather going on here today, so flickering of lights is to be expected. All right, let's check the size. Okay, we're not quite to it yet. We're at just over 10. I'm gonna go ahead and clean out the rim or the inside anyway, because I can just stretch it out when I'm ready. We are gonna have to go back to the doming block one more time. That's super annoying. All right. Yeah, Ninja, we could do that. Okay. Perfect. So we're just under size 10. So I'm dropping it into the ring stretcher. I'm just going to give it a few presses so that everything moves uniformly and we get the geometry we want. Perfect. Whoops. falling right at a size 10. And nice rounded profile. What do you think? Is that the style you were looking for, Andy? Perfect. For those of you just joining, looks like there's at least one making a Morgan silver dollar coin ring. So obviously I can't polish it as is just because that yellow white color on the outside is fire scale. So we're gonna pickle it for about 20 minutes. Just warming up the metal because that does help. And into the danger pot it goes. We'll check on it in about 20 minutes and it should be ready to go. Blue Lightning American Eagle coin. No, I have not. A Morgan silver dollar ring right now is listed on my website at, let's see. I have so many things listed now, I don't remember what the prices are anymore. All right, so Morgan silver dollar coin ring is $125. So if you're wanting that, you'd go there. You choose curved or straight wall. That one is a curved ring. Straight wall would literally be just a straight wall. Antiqued or polished. Polished would be a silver finish. And sizes, I go all the way up to 24, but I didn't want to list out every single size. So if you need a custom, anything above 11, click that and enter in the notes what size you need. All right, let me go grab the tumbler and let's check on the pieces there. And we might be able to get to antiquing the Moljnir. Well, first let me clean up some of this mess. Andy, do you want me to send along the center punch? I'm sure you do. I'll include the center punch. Let's see what we got. So after the pickle solution soak, that ring will get tumbled. It'll come out polished like this. And then it'll get antiqued, and the antique finish will look like similar to this. Just in case you guys don't get to see the rest of the process, because it is going to be a minute. I probably should have added a little more soap to that mix, but let's take a look and see what we got. The pickle eats away the fire scale. It eats away any leftover flux from the crucible, graphite. It breaks everything down that's not precious metal, copper, gold, silver. There we go. If my engraving abilities were better, I would absolutely carve a Celtic knot or something there. Yep. So let's, for example, yesterday with the gold coin, not gold coin, the gold guitar pick, it went into the pickle with a finish on it very similar to that, right? Dark bronze, brown, really gross. It came out almost polished. All that stuff was eaten away, and I just went over it really quickly with a little bit of a compound. Didn't take long at all, and I got that mirror finish on it because of the pickle. Oh, you were talking about the hammer. Yeah, we got a graphite mold for the hammer, but it was a pain. This thing in graphite took forever to figure out. Next time I think it'll be all right. It should only take me a couple hours to make it, but we got the hammer. We got Moljnir. Let me dump this stuff out and fish out the coins in the gummy bear. That one is just over 6 ounces. I just realized I'm gonna have to stamp this. Damn it. I hope I don't mess it up stamping it. 195 grams. 195.7. And then made another stacker. Not sure why. I still haven't sold one of those yet. I do like the design though. And made another gummy bear because I had some silver left over. All right, so we got about 20 minutes before I can pull Andy's ring out of the tumble. Nice. I'm actually excited to get a smaller version, just because then I don't have to bust out the furnace for it. I tried pouring it this morning like 3 times, maybe 4 times with MAP gas, and it just didn't work. I finally had to get the furnace. That melted everything, but then I didn't heat up the mold correctly, so I had to pour it again after that. Honestly, it's almost not worth the effort. The next one might be, but this first one, ugh. Yours has a knot on it? Awesome. That's what I was hoping this would have somewhere. It did have some attempts at a design on the inside, but the graphite just doesn't transfer very well. All right, let's go ahead and make the Walking Liberty. So this is gonna be a size 10.5 antiqued. Client wanted a 44. So that's what we got. Smaller is okay. This is a beast. I imagine I'll sell maybe 1 or 2 of these. I priced them at $250, and it's just over 6 ounces. Like, even I'm thinking that might be overpriced, but the work that goes into it. For example, after it was cast, it had flashing all along here. That all had to be filed away. These facets here, I went in with a micro burr and roughed them up so that way there was some texture, because otherwise it would all just kind of look like this. I really wanted to get rid of the seam, but that would be unlikely. The 2 halves of the mold just didn't line up right. Weight on this is 195 grams. Yeah, it is a huge chunk of silver, and honestly was harder to pour than the silver brass knuckles. I was able to melt all the silver for the silver brass knuckles, which was 8 ounces or so. This, only being 6 ounces, gave me so much trouble. All right. So next ring, ounces gave me so much trouble. All right. So next ring. I don't need to punch it as big as the last one. So we're gonna go one size down. And I'm honestly not even gonna be like worrying too much about protecting the details because this particular coin is almost a slick. It's got some good usable details, but not many. The date is there-ish. I gotta figure out a way to silence that a little bit better. That's obnoxious. Eventually, I'm hoping to build up enough of this 90% scrap that I could cast Moljnir in 90% silver. Do you guys see a container? Ah, I found it. Never mind. You gotta stop putting things where they don't go. So this ring is smaller than most of what I make, so we're gonna actually utilize 25-degree dies, which I don't use often. I think. Oh shoot, I don't even have a 25-degree die that'll fit this. So hopefully my other folding dies, my 17s, will work. Yes, okay. Oh, I do have, so this is a larger 25-degree die. Let me explain what that means for us. So the 25-degree die has a wider profile to it, which I am not a fan of. These are typically used for creating that fat tire look on a finished ring, the rounded ring, or the rounded look. They don't work well for me at all. That's why I use the doming block. Let me raise you guys up a little bit here. Hang on a sec. The doming block gives a much better rounded profile than a 25-degree die. There we go. You guys can see I can access my tools. And just like all the other 90% coins, like these walkers have a very real possibility of splitting. Like that's one of the things that really frightens me about making them. Let me heat this up a little bit because I felt it move in an interesting way. The other problem with the walkers for me is that they tend to cut into the Delrin cones because they don't have a lot of material, right? So they act like little knives and dig into the Delrin. these have gone crooked on me more often than any other coin. All right, let's start wrapping. Harry Potter, Mini Yoda, 3D, Skeleton Keys, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Hammer, Joker, Deadpool. Nice. That sounds like an awesome assortment. Can't wait. I need to invest in some more melting silver. This is the part where things get really dangerous for the outcome of the ring anyway. Let's see what size we're at now. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it. I'm going to wrap it again, but then I'm going to flip it upside down. And we're going to push it with the small side facing up. Diamonds, flowers, and bees. Awesome. Very cool. Okay, I think that's good. I think we're good. Okay, so we're at about 10 and a half. That 12 is really my 10. I have another 12 right there. All right. So that means I need to dome it just a little bit, and that's also going to close in that top area. I'm going to flip it so that way I give the bottom the same profile, even though I'm not really trying to close in the bottom, just giving it a little bit of shape. Let me check the size. We might need to go a little bit more. No, we're good. Okay. So, sorry about that, everybody. All right, so the profile is right. I'm going to clean out the inner edge here, and that should put us back up to a 10. Right now we're like at a 9 3/4. Alexa, play Dropkick.
This is Dropkick Murphy from Spotify.
Perfect. Size 10. Rounded, not really a rounded profile ring, but it's got a, you know, the lip that finishes it off. So this gets the same treatment as the Morgan. It's got to go into the pickle. So we'll swap them, and then we'll get the Morgan tumbling. Just find my scrap bucket. And then we can get to antiquing Moljnir. So if you remember when we put this in, it was kind of a yellowish, whitish color. That was the fire scale that we were trying to get rid of. This is just baking soda and water. Although very old, nasty baking soda and water. I gotta replace that soon. Let me rinse this off in fresh water. And if you're using a pickling solution at home, you want to make sure you're using copper to retrieve your items from it. Never put steel into your pickle solution. So now all that yellowish stuff is all white, and that's going to come off really easy and give us a mirror finish when we put it in the tumbler. So we're going to do the same thing to our little walker. I just realized this was supposed to be 10.5, not a 10. You cool it off. Let's stretch it real quick. A half size on this ring is a 2-second job, so. Almost. There we go. Okay. 10.5. Nothing changed because it was just small little change. Just slightly warming the metal and putting it right into our pickle solution. Put that aside for 25-30 minutes or until it turns white. We're gonna need that in a second, so I'll just leave that out. All right, the shot that I use is jeweler's shot, stainless steel jeweler's shot. And then in we go. Yeah, the 1944 date was visible. It was like one of the few details that made it. Lady Liberty was a little muddied, and some of the text was there. It was a good example, not a great example. And it was previously cleaned too, so there's that. Okay, I'm gonna go put this on the tumbler real fast. I'll be right back. All right, so we're going to antique tone, whatever you want to call it, Moljnir. Is there a 1999 coin? There is It's going to be a Walking Liberty. No, an ASE, not a Walking Liberty. So it'll be a 1 ounce coin like this. I think this is a 2021, but this size, pretty big. But I could make it where it's comfortable. Essentially that size of a ring. Oh, I wonder if I have a 99 in here. 17, 13, 2021, 21, 21. The rest are all 21s. Freaking hate the 21s. '83, no, unfortunately. You might be able to find a commemorative coin from '83, but they didn't start the ASE program until '87. Same with 85. Sorry. User 399 blah blah blah. Head on over to Navarro Rings, and you can pick one up there. Just purchase an ASE and then put in the comments that you want a specific year, and I'll take care of it for you. I get my coins from whoever has them cheaper. Sometimes it's JM Bullion, sometimes it's AppMex, sometimes it's randos on Reddit, but that's pretty rare. More often than not, I'm buying from AppMex, JM, or my local dealer will sometimes have good prices, but it's been a minute. All right, so I don't know exactly how we're gonna do this. We're gonna try this, and hopefully I don't get electrocuted. Just kidding, I won't get electrocuted, probably. I do want to heat this up a little bit, so let me go microwave this for 30 seconds. ASCs are nickel free. They're 99.9% silver. And the nickel allergy question, I don't think any of the bullion rounds have nickel in them. So things like the 1/4 ounce or 1/2 ounce or 1 ounce Mexican Libertads, these are pure silver. So no nickel. And a lot of the other coins that I offer are generally pure silver. So if you have a specific coin that you'd like, that you want to pick up, let me know. I'll do my best to make sure that it is safe for you. I really don't want this to slip while I'm doing this. Let me bend these a little bit, 1 sec. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. I'm gonna plate the bottom of the Moljnir, but that's okay. I'll just remove the color. The main idea is that I want the handle to be antiqued or plated. Let's check and see how that is working. Beautiful. Plated with, that one is 14 karat gold. The bottom didn't get plated, but that's okay. It's still we're gonna have different colors, and that's the idea. The solution is dissolved 14 karat. Man, I'm really making a lot of promises with these, with Moljnir here. Can't imagine doing this every single time. Okay. So what we learned is that the liver of sulfur needs to be a little warm for this, so let's heat it up. Yep, drop kick. Dialect solution, we'll take your word for it. I just don't know myself. All right, Moljnir, do your stuff. Oh boy. I hope this works. All right, I think we're getting there. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, actually, it needs to go into the baking soda solution first. Then it's the water. All right, we got some thoughts. So, here's what we got. This is what I was hoping for. Wanted this to be a different color than the rest, but it's not different enough. We still have a lot of blues and purples that are uniform for all the sides, and I don't like that. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to polish. Actually, it's kind of growing on me. What do we think? Let me take it over to the harsh lights of this guy. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Just making mythical weapons. Jeez, this camera's awful. Sorry guys. All right, trying to get so you can see it under super bright lights. So the hammer itself is getting a lot more blue as time goes on. And the handle, we have some blue here at the bottom. This is all like an orangish purple, which I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, it shifts depending on where you're looking at it, from orange to purple. This is weighing in at just over 6 ounces. 6.4 ounces, I think, is what we came up with. 195 grams. I wonder if I shouldn't go back and redo these carvings, the cutouts, to show off the silver there. Yeah, this is pure silver. I think I'm going to do that. I like it, but I want some silver accents somewhere. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. All right. I like it. I'm not going to do too much. I'm going to do just the other two sides, and I think that should be it. I initially did this top part too, but I think that's enough of a splash of silver. Yep, there we go. Let's back up a little bit. I don't know if I'm that confident in my engraving to put that symbol on there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Let's take it back over to the little spinning thingy and see how that looks now. Yeah, there we go. The silver makes it look like the whole design, the coloring, and all that stuff is intentional. Thank you very much. As fun and awesome as this was, the next one is probably going to be just plain silver, to be perfectly honest. I don't think I could recoup the entire morning of effort and work this one took, but it was worth it. We got some content now. I still got some rings out. It was a fun day. Moljnir, that's right. I really hope that color is coming through on your end, because in person, that handle is just so cool. All right, everybody, let's have a little fun. Let's do a giveaway. So, for a gram of silver, guess the weight of this stacker. In grams. So, an ounce of silver is 31.1 grams. I want you to put your guess in the chat what this stacker here weighs. And I'll help you out for those of you that aren't familiar with with coins and all that. This is 1 ounce of silver. Hey, Silver Husky. So if this is 31.1 grams, how much does this weigh? 27. Silver Husky, put that in grams for me, bud. Because I'm going to weigh it in grams, and that gives it a lot more. There's a lot more guesses possible that way. While you all are guessing, I'll go ahead and show off Moljnir again. I don't know what kind of video I'm going to make with Moljnir, but we definitely got to get some content going. There's 101 of us in here today, so there are lots of options. Final guess. Ninja, you know better than that. One guess. Your last one is your final guess. So once again, how much does this weigh? And the winner is going to get Ground Zero Army. You can send me an email through the website, navarrorings.net. We can work something out there. Let's see, what are we going to give away? How about this cool Morgan style 1 gram round? Look at how cute it is. All right, everybody, we're getting ready to wrap up, so go to put your guesses. Hello, Nicole. So Jeff, we're gonna guess, or we're weighing it in grams, so I need a gram weight. Ground Zero, I could give you pointers and stuff. I don't know if I'm really qualified to teach, but I could definitely share my knowledge with you. No money necessary. All right. So if you haven't guessed, I'm sorry. We're out of time. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Jeff, you're the last entry. 63.5 grams. So who had 63.5 or closest? $62.2, 66. So I'm looking through. Donnie, I think you're closest without going over. 62.2 is what I'm seeing. Anybody 6? Andy, you got 62.4. Yeah, Alex, you had 64, but we're doing like Price is Right rules. It's closest without going over. Oh, you're right, Andy. I think yours was too late. Okay. Yeah, closest in absolute value, but I'm sorry, that's not how we do it. Yep. All right, so that means Donnie, we're friends, so you can shoot me a message here on TikTok or the website. Just get me your name and mailing information, and I'll send out just in a discreet plain envelope one of these little guys. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching me struggle with and complete Moljnir. This was a learning experience for sure. I'll go ahead and post a video here pretty soon, and you'll all be able to say that you were on the live when that thing got made. So if you see it, please interact with it, like it, share it, do all the stuff. Make TikTok blow it up. And you guys have a great evening. Hopefully you're doing something fun. If you're not, rewatch my TikToks. Have a great night.